Who got Illinois first?
Small.
Both baskets.
Look at this. It's over. They won it. Purdue won it.
Bullard taking himself out. After hitting that shot, and called for the charge, he took himself out. Emotions causing that fatigue.
Oh, I know. Hyperventilating.
Yeah.
Iowa can't pressure these guys.
See how they ran 5 men in there and defense. I think Illinois got to put up a 3-point.
The following is a special presentation of ABC Sports.
Welcome to Assembly Hall on the campus of the University of Illinois. I'm Gary Bender along with Joe B. Hall. It's all even between the Fighting Illini and the Hawkeyes. At 6, we played almost 4 minutes of this early emotional battle between two clubs who are really locked into an emotional struggle. Illinois in the orange. In the black is Iowa. This is Marcus Liberty. Liberty. Two-point lead. Urban Spall hit the first 2 baskets for Illinois. Dale Reed, number 3, a freshman out of Bags, Wyoming, is checked in. This is A.C. Earl, number 55. As Dr. Tom Davis has made a lot of substitutions already. That's the course of his game. He'll make as many as 80 before this game is over. A.C. Earl, known as a shot blocker, not the outside shooter. The earlier game this year was won by Iowa. Jepsen hit a shot with 2 seconds left in Iowa City to capture the victory. Michael Ingram tries to take it inside. Liberty comes up and we have a foul on ACO.
Well, Gary, the big difference in these 2 teams is in the size. Iowa is really a big team, and both teams pressing it this time, and I think Illinois is going to have the better go at the press. Look at here, AC gets that left hand on his shoulder to get that steal.
All right, we'll be back to catch up with this game. Illinois leading by 2, 15-20 to go in the first half. Illinois fans have waited impatiently for today's game with Iowa. These 2 clubs don't like each other in anticipation of a hostile environment. Iowa didn't arrive in Champaign until 2 hours ago. Tom Davis and his Hawkeyes made the trip from Iowa City by bus, staying in Peoria, Illinois last night. A season-long Cold War exists between these 2, centering around the recruitment of 6'9" forward Deon Thomas out of Chicago. And Jimmy Collins, that's the Jimmy they refer to on that banner, is a guy now that is in the midst of an investigation by the NCAA, triggered by Iowa. As an end result, bad blood exists, and the emotion is running high here today. Kendall Gill now gives the Illini a 4-point lead. He has 4 points for the afternoon. We have played 5 minutes. Joby Hall, how does all this off-the-court activity affect a game like this?
Well, you know, Gary, that both coaches have really played down the emotion involved in this game, but there's no way they can do that. Whenever you have a team or 2 teams that are natural rivals to begin with, so deeply involved in allegations and counter-allegations that these 2 teams are, there's going to be an unusual intensity in that contest. In whose favor and how it's manifested, we'll have to wait and see.
There's the man that's the center of all the controversy, 6'9" forward, Deon Thomas, out of Chicago, a McDonald's All-American. He is not playing, even though he signed in April with Illinois, as they wait all of this pending legislation, allegations that have come up around his recruitment. And here's a foul on Urban Small over the back.
Well, Gary, the key word there is allegations. There's been nothing proven in regards to these allegations. It's purely speculation as to whether anyone's guilty at this time, and I think that we have to look at it that way.
Iowa bugs this now. The story behind that is Bruce Pearl, an assistant coach, taped an interview with Deon Thomas, and in the context of that, it was believed that Deon Thomas told him that he had accepted money in a car to come to Iowa. So Bruce Pearl is not here today as well. Iowa anticipating a lot of problems should he make the trip.
Well, there's even some question there, Gary, whether he told him that he was offered that or whether he agreed that he was offered that. There's some difference in that in those statements.
I think we need to say you're innocent until proven guilty, and John Makovic and Illinois want us to say, and I think we should rightfully so, say that as far as allegations and allegations only, and we'll leave it at that. Here is Skinner now, inside.
Well, you know, Illinois is worried about the inside game of Iowa, but not from players like Skinner. They got to stop the big man of Iowa inside, but they can't let a guard slip in there and get an easy basket.
Joe, that's the whole story. The size of Iowa against the speed and toughness of Illinois. Andy Hoffman hits from the corner.
Well, no question about it. The press, though, favors Illinois. They're at home. Your press is going to be more effective at home.
After the steal, lost control of the ball. Marcus Liberty trying to get it to him. It will be off of Iowa.
Even though Illinois players are smaller, they're great athletes. You saw right there the mobility of Marcus Liberty.
Let's look at Tom Davis's strategies. What's Iowa want to do?
Well, Iowa has a problem controlling their emotions, Gary. They don't want to get rattled here early in the game and make some unnecessary fouls. And second, they want a productive front line. They want to take advantage of that big size inside. rebounding.
Rodney Jones follows inside for Illinois. It's a 14-8 lead for the Fighting Illini. Rebound is cleared by Andy Kaufman out of Jacksonville, Illinois, a sophomore. Down the floor, Kendall Gill. Jones tries to follow. Jepsen.
There's that height.
With James Moses, who had 15 points in that upset against Purdue on Wednesday, and a foul inside as Earl hits the deck. This Illinois team comes in here 19-7. They are ranked 18th in the country. Let's look at what Lou Henson wants to do as far as strategy is concerned.
Well, first of all, Lou's concerned about rebounding with Iowa's big man. They were out-rebounded 16 on the road against Iowa. He wants to score against the press, not just take the ball across the 10-second line and feel like that you've beaten the press. Take it onto the basket and get a score.
AC Earls had 43 blocked shots this year. He was suspended for 6 games due to some team improprieties. And at one time, he led the Big Ten in block shots. He had 12 block shots in the first 4 games. A freshman, a redshirt freshman out of Moline, Illinois.
Well, Gary, Earl is 6'10". He has replaced Matt Bullard, who started the game. Bullard took himself out with about 3 minutes played after he made a beautiful drive to the basket and charged. I don't know whether he was injured or just the emotion fatigued him. Here he comes back in.
AC Earl on the block, and now comes Bullard back into the lineup. Bullard is the guy who hit the game-winning shot against Purdue, has come back after serious knee trouble. There's a reach-in foul. And now with the basketball, Andy Kaufman. Kaufman outside shooter. Here's Kendall Gill, who's averaged over 24 points the last 7 games. Marcus Liberty gets it away from Bullard. Baseline to Rodney Jones. He traveled with it.
Well, the way I was packing that zone in, Illinois is going to have to do some outside shooting. And even though Lou Henson doesn't feature the outside shot, Gary, he's got some guys that can bring it up.
Moses on the move down the floor. He is fouled. James Moses has had trouble shooting this year. His average not very good as far as percentage is concerned, only 36. But when he plays under control, he is something special. He's had some big games. He had a 21-point game against North Carolina, as well as Minnesota.
He's one of those guys, Gary, that is considered to be a good scorer, but not a great shooter. And that's probably because he's got so much confidence that he puts up some bad shots.
Lou Henson, 2 wins shy of becoming the all-time leading winning coach here at Illinois. Harry Cole holds the record.
You know, Tom Davis talked to us, Gary, about Lou trying something a little special. Well, he was holding up a sign there, #1 special. And Tom Davis is expecting some new wrinkles today in Lou's offense.
Well, one of the big wrinkles, he wanted to pick up Iowa full court, which he hasn't done a lot this year, pressing teams inline to inline. Here's Dale Reed, who's been thrown into the fray this year due to a lot of ineligibility and injuries, and has played pretty well at times. Marcus Liberty will pull up with one. It's an 8-point lead now for the Illini.
Boy, what great control Liberty has. Come down on the dribble at his height, 6'8", stop, put up that jumper.
Jepsen tries to take it up. The ball is stripped by Liberty. Saved in the backcourt by Reed. Jepsen had such a strong game against Illinois and Iowa City. 18 points and 17 rebounds. They're having a tough time getting the ball to him. Wade Lookinville will bring it out, and the Hawkeyes will reset it. Lean in by Matt Bullard. Nice pass by Jepsen. They got to use that all day long.
Tough offense right there, Gary. That's a 7-feeder feeding a 6'10" man inside with 2 small, what you would call just quick forwards guarding those 2.
That's the size advantage that Iowa hopes to exploit today. Andy Kaufman for the corner. Rebound Liberty. And he follows his own shot. Iowa went to sleep on the defensive boards that time.
Well, if Illinois rebounders can get on the inside like that, Iowa just failed to block out that guy and let Liberty slip right through. You know, sometimes you got so much faith in your height and your jumping ability, you don't block out. Your position means an awful lot.
Bullard misses the shot. Push inside. The 7-footer, possibly the most improved player in the Big Ten this year.
You really got to admire this kid. He has really made great improvements. The pros are improved. He has really gone up in early.
He's really the moving race. Only behind Jepsen and Dalton Spencer. Look at that. It's an 8-point lead for Illinois.
The way to beat the press, and here Iowa taking the ball out on the baseline. But watch number 15. How he is open going down the court for the lead pass and the easy basket. And right here we see the opportunity for the pass to number 15 under the basket. And I tell you, Davis was expecting the pass early, but the defense caught up with him, and it just wasn't there.
We come back. Illinois turns over the basketball. An 8-point lead for the Fighting Illini, who are trying to win their 20th game of the year, which would mean 8 straight years. They've had 20 or more wins under Lou Henson. Ingram is checked back into the ball game. He started number 45, and he's out of Illinois, so he'd love to play well against the Illini. Troy Skinner out of Palmer, Iowa, the sophomore. There's Davis, 15.
Bardo was really giving them trouble on that offensive basketball goal. They were shooting over him, and he was battling for every rebound. What a good rebounder at his 6'6" height, Gary.
Moses committing the foul. There is Bardo. He runs the team. He leads them in assists. Also is their defensive stopper. And in the estimation of Lou Henson, the finest defensive player in the country. Illinois this year has been tough at home. 7-1. Their only loss in Big Ten play to Michigan. Here in the Assembly Hall. On the other hand, Iowa's lost 9 straight on the road.
Iowa in a 1-2-2 zone. Really clogging up the middle, forcing the outside shot.
Gill shot won't go. In 87, the National High School Player of the Year out of King High School in Chicago, and he's really taken the rust off his game after being a Prop 48 casualty the first year. 10-point lead now for Illinois.
Rodney Jones just not going outside and guarding Earl. He's clogging up that middle.
See, Iowa uses that bounce pass a lot. That's always been a characteristic of Tom Davis's teams. Sold out Assembly Hall in Champaign, where Dr. Tom Davis brings his Iowa Hawkeyes in here. He's down by 10 as we have 9 minutes, 3 seconds left in this first half of play. If you joined us late, Purdue defeated Michigan 79-77, and there's a backcourt violation against Illinois.
A little impatience there on the part of Marcus Liberty. He was over the court, passed it to his teammate who jumped from backcourt, landing in front court. I don't know about that call, Gary.
Troy Skinner's really struggled with his shooting. And it goes to Jepsen, emptying the ball. That was his block. The Jones committed the foul.
Here we go. Let's look at this over and back, Gary. I'm not sure that it's a legal play right here. As he was in the air when he caught the ball, was not in the backcourt.
Jepsen at the line, looking for his first points of the afternoon. He's committed 2 personal fouls. This guy has elevated his game so very, very much. His free throw shooting isn't all that effective. In fact, interestingly enough, he's shooting 62% for the field. That's the same figure that he has from the free throw line.
His shot from the field will come a little closer.
And your 7-footer helps. Where's he going? Iowa's 2 of 8 from the line. They're the worst free throw shooting team in the Big Ten. Kendall Gill with Jepsen, and he shoots it over the 7-footer.
Boy, is he quick. His quickness really showed right there.
Great looking Bill. Under Mr. Basketball of Iowa. And we're going to have the charging fouls out of his deck.
There's a subdued look on the face of the Iowa players. I noticed that back in the locker room before they came out there, they just seemed to be intimidated before they came on the floor.
Well, there's been so many distractions, and they haven't played well on the road. The only game they've won on the road this year was early at Iowa State. And since then, they have not won on the road, and they're running up against an Illinois team that's been playing very well as of late, even though they were upset by Ohio State.
Well, they're playing at home, and also senior day. That's always an emotional time, gets a team fired up.
Andy Kaufman, who missed most of last year with a blood clot under his arm, glad to have his shooting ability back, and it's a 14-point lead now for Illinois. 8:20 to go in the first half. Matt Bullard, who missed the first 10 games with that knee. You can see a brace on the right knee. What could have been if he had been healthy. Instead, Kendall Gill strips him of the ball. And goodness foul as he comes to the basket. Saturday on ABC's Wide World of Sports, Ryan Boitano, Debbie Thomas, Scott Hamilton, and more display their artistry and special performances from the first professional figure skating competition ever held in the Soviet Union. It's the grand finale of the World Challenge of Champions, Saturday at 4:30, 3:30 Central on ABC's Wide World of Sports. Odell Davis will come back into the ball game. Davis has played so well the last 5 games, averaging 10.5. Bullard comes out, Earl in. Have you ever seen a coach that substitutes more than Tom Davis?
Well, he runs them in and out. He made his first substitutions. 2 players. He brought both Jepsen and Bullard out after 3 minutes there early in the first half.
I think his record is 81 substitutions in a game. He says, I don't keep track of it, but somebody did.
Well, we're not going to keep track of it, Gary. We've already lost count.
16-point lead now. Iowa's been setting on that figure 10 for a long, long time.
I really think the man-to-man press has got Iowa out of their tempo. They just haven't get on to offense at all.
And that's what Lou Henson wanted to surprise him with, because they can work on pressure. It's worked. Start to a 16-point lead. Struggle. They haven't scored for 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Now trailing by 16. You just get the feeling Iowa just needs to settle down.
Well, they're upset. There's no question about it. They're intimidated right now. It's really affected their offense. The press by Illinois, their inability to get the ball inside and do anything with it after they get it back.
Odell Davis, good second effort, gets it into Looking Bell. He has it scrubbed away by Rodney Jones. Here comes the Kaufman. Here is Jones, the only player from out of the state of Illinois to play for this Fighting Illini team, and there is Kendall Gill pushing off and committing the foul. 10-0, the last 3:33. What's really happening is the press has really shaken up Iowa, and Tom Davis has not been able to utilize that size at all.
Well, when they get the ball inside, they have trouble getting the basket, as Jones came from the second man to block that last shot.
See Earl, they don't want him handling the ball, but he does a pretty good job of it and travels with it. There's no reason they have been handling the ball up there.
Well, you know, that creates the intimidation when you put someone like that up court handling the ball, and he's got no one to feed it to. You run into problems.
That's that block you were talking a while ago about Rodney Jones, who played at New Mexico Junior College, which is located in Hobbs, New Mexico. He played for a friend of Blue Henson's. As an end result, now playing for the Fighting Illini.
Keep your hands down, guys. Lights out.
Second chance points. Illinois did a good job of that. Here's Jepsen with the rebound. Jepsen came in here, averaging over 10 rebounds a game. He has 3 thus far.
See, there's no pressure on Iowa on the perimeter. You move the ball without any problem at all. They should take their time, work the ball, run their offense till they get the good shot.
They don't have anybody that really wants to put it up either. Nobody's shooting well.
Well, really, they have lots of shooters in their best spot.
So Jepsen does the next best thing, and that's take it to the hole.
But you don't want your center putting it on the floor from the outside and having go to the basket.
That's his first 2 points, and the long drop. They got it. 6 minutes left in this first half. Low line 12 over and back. Over and back against Odell Davis of Iowa.
Look at it, Hayes Corner right here, Gary. Illinois all back in the blue. Everybody's back in the blue. Iowa can move the ball around the perimeter without any trouble. But they're not getting movement in their offense. Everyone's standing. And what else can Jepsen do? He can put it on the floor and go to the basket, but you don't want your center doing that.
Well, Tom Davis said we're going to treat this game like any other game, but he really didn't. He drove in today to avoid all the hostility.
Illinois is doing what they want to right now, offensively and defensively.
Earlier this year, Indiana defeated Iowa by 47 to Bloomington. This has the Airhawks getting into that category. The crowd is really into it now. Almost thrown away. Again, who's going to take the shot? Davis tries it and he tries. Davis falls for charging off the ground. His team's up 31 to 12.
I can't hear Curry.
I don't think you're going to. The crowd's too noisy. You'll have to fight over it. I think you have to just fight over it, Joe. I don't think you're going to.
We're getting a lot of crowd noise. It's drowning you out.
Yeah, what you have to do is just fight through it. Just
Okay.
fight through it. I tell you what, this is unbelievable. Oh, I tell
Boy,
you.
I tell you, this is
I mean, I had to
awesome.
say that. That's exactly what we got.
Oh,
We've got
my
a
gosh.
47-point game.
What about showing that graphic again where that place was calling for a 50-point win?
Hey, where'd this come from? That's great.
It's right back there on the bench.
All right, good job, guys. Boy, this is just... Hey, guys, I'm leaving for the airport now. Do you care?
Don't leave me here by myself.
Look at Dion standing over there. He's a man, isn't he?
Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't hear me at all?
Yeah, I hear you now. Boy, but as soon as that crowd goes, you die.
Yeah. The Illini fans certainly into this game. All kinds of artistry being shown here. That's one of the T-shirts. Go Illini beat Iowa by 50. Boy, I tell you, they're on their way. They now lead by 19, and here's the guy who is not allowed to recruit right now, Jimmy Collins. He's the man who recruited Dion Thomas, and right now sitting on the bench and getting the support of his home fans. Three-pointers.
Bardo shoots that three-pointer at 48%, Gary.
Better than his other shooting.
He only shoots 42% on his other shots.
Bullard, who can nail a three-pointer, doesn't get it. They're one and done as Bardo brings it up. 3-point. Spark is limited. Moses tries to get it and does. Good effort by Moses, and Iowa obviously needed that basket in the worst way. They stop the clock. They reset the ball with 4:39 left in what has been a disaster thus far for the Hawkeyes, who are reeling, trailing 37-14 in Illinois, loving every minute of it.
I think Iowa's got to settle down and get something going, Gary. The substitutions that Tom Davis has played is also keeping them from getting settled down.
P.J. Bowman's checked in at 5'10". That'll be goaltending on Bullard. Matt Bullard with the goaltender.
tries to lay it up and did the right thing. He put great arch on that shot. Bullard was invited in to make a swat at it, and it was goaltended.
Moses, nice pass to Jepsen. There's a good percentage shot they like. He's shooting 62%, which is a school record pace. Now has 4 points for the afternoon.
Well, they had the right man penetrating them. They had Moses penetrating, kicking off to Jepsen, and that's what they need.
Jones in, backs in, and he commits a foul. Rodney Jones, who grew up in Philadelphia, played at West Philadelphia High School before going to New Mexico Junior College, committing the personal foul, his second. And so Bullard now will inbounds for Iowa.
You know, Iowa just came off with a big victory over Purdue, Terry, 64-63.
But that was at home, Joe. They've been tough at home. Coming up on an upturn. The retrospective look at UCLA coaching legend John Wood. Also today's Foot Locker Slam Fest has semifinal action between Atlanta Falcon Deion Sanders and silver medalist long jumper Mike Powell. All that coming up at half. 39-16, Iowa probably glad to have this half get over with, try to regroup at the intermission time, and come back out, get back into this game. It's been all Illinois. Here's Bardo, out of Carbondale, 6'6" senior, doesn't score a lot, but plays great defense and handles the ball so well.
Well, you're talking about playing at home. How about Notre Dame's win over Missouri the other night?
That's what's happened. You go on the road and they hand you your head. Reed that time took a finger in the eye. He's hurt. Bowman to stop it. Yeah, Bowman inadvertently poked him in the eye with a finger with his close guarding, and Reed shaken up.
Well, that close guarding has its way of intimidating you also. Referees have to call those kind of fouls to keep things even, and we take a look at it right here. No question, PJ catches him accidentally, but the contact was there. And you get waiting for those kind of things offensively if a team isn't called up for those fouls.
And obviously he has contact lenses. Look at the shooting thus far. Iowa 28%. Now they've not been a good shooting team all year long, and Illinois unbeaten when their field goal percentage is over 50%. So Iowa, who was last in 3 of 4 shooting categories of the Big Ten coming in here. 3-point, field goal, and free throw percentage. As Reed's out now, they'll try to get him a new contact, and Troy Skinner, number 11, comes in to replace him.
Well, Marcus Liberty is connected on all 4 of his shots. Their last 4.
Liberty, he's like a guard. He handles the ball so well. It's 6'8". And it comes to Jepsen. Kendall Gill just climbed up to his level and stripped it. Here's P.J. Bowman. Out to Petty, Andy Petty, a native of Nigeria, who played at Kankakee Junior College. On the floor, and Bowman's got it again.
Well, there's just 2 different tempos going on out here, Gary. Illinois and up-tempo, they're really scrapping, coming up with everything. They're inventing ways to get the ball. And Iowa's playing right into their hands.
Bowman has been in a real shooting slump. He took a shot early in the game and missed that. He was 3 of 25. Here is Kendall Gill. He's not the shot. 42-16, Illinois. Pushing foul inside. Petty and Jepsen will hold it. And Andy Petty will be whistled for the foul. If you're Tom Davis, honestly, Joe, what can you do?
Well, there's not much that you can do. I think he's really got to get that ball inside. I think he's got to create more situations where the guards are penetrating, kicking off, posting Jepsen off, letting the guards draw his defensive man and then kick it off. They're not doing it from the outside.
Iowa started so well. They were 7-0. They had Bullard out at the time. Then they lost their best player, Ray Thompson, to grades, Brian Garner. It's been that kind of year. Since that time, they now are 12-14 coming into this one. There's Petty coming out with the rebound. And seemingly getting every loose ball.
Every one of them, they're muscle possession.
Bardo was 3. Bullard rips it down. James Moses will pull up with a 3. Liddell as he takes it to the hole. Ted Hillary spots a foul inside. That's going to go on Bardo. It'll be his first. Three-pointers. Iowa has not found the mark yet. Illinois at 50%.
And you know, Lou Henson doesn't really care for the three-pointer. They're shooting very few per game. And yet he's got guys that can hit it, especially Bardo.
Well, I tell you, this Iowa team has struggled at the line, haven't they? They're shooting 65% for the year. They're 2 of 10 today. And Davis is a 57% free throw shooter. Substitution now. A.C. Earl checks in. Matt Bullard will lead. They take Bullard out because he's probably still trying to get back into shape after missing so much basketball with that knee injury. That'll be batted out of bounds. Illinois will reset it. 2:10 left in the first half. 42-17. Tom Davis's Iowa team trailing.
Tom Davis said that Bullard is making improvement almost week to week, that he can see him getting more confidence in his knees.
Liberty doesn't get it. Odell Davis dips it out. Roy Skinner, and Skinner is going to be fouled by P.J. Bowman. Two little guys going after each other there. Bowman, whose daddy, by the way, is a professor of psychology here at Illinois, and the PJ, he told me, stands for Philip James, and he's a Champaign, Illinois product.
Well, Illinois really getting anxious. That's 3 straight fouls down the court, but they're not in fear of getting hurt because Iowa's missing no free throws.
Roy Skinner is a good free throw shooter. Now, Skinner played at Palmer, Iowa, where they won 79 straight games in high school and won 3 state championships. His shooting from the field has been a disaster, only shooting 30%. His free throw shooting stayed there. He's shooting 80% for the season.
Well, he lacks experience, and he lacks the quickness to get his shot. That's going to hurt his percentage, both of those things.
Skinner gets both of those. So now Reed coming back in with a new contact, and Skinner will lead. Reed averaged over 40 points his senior year in Baggs, Wyoming.
Iowa more serious about their press right now. We'll see if that gets them moving.
Well, they better get serious. Gill is fouled by A.C. Earl. They broke the press effectively that time, and Gill taking it to the hole.
Well, Gill going up at 6'5" against A.C. Earl at 6'10", or maybe 6'11" or 7 feet. But he took the ball into him and then moved it away from him to draw that foul.
Gill at one stage of the season hits 27 straight free throws. He's 8th in the conference at 78%. He gets the roll there. Very articulate man out of Madison, Illinois. In fact, talking to Lou Henson, he said, I didn't even see him play in high school, but I knew he was such a good athlete, we took him anyway.
I think he'd seen him in the summer before his senior year, but had not seen him play as a senior. 44-19
now in favor of the Illini.
It wouldn't take you many looks at him to know that he was a player, though.
Very impressive. Moses, running shot, tough shot, and Moses gets it. He's creating. Here comes P.J. Bowman against the pressure. They get that ball inbound, and the pressure's over. Liberty posting up inside on A.C. Earl. Gets the roll, but it doesn't go for him, and ripped down nicely by Ingrid. Ingrid, a very physical player who played initially at Missouri and then Moberly Junior College. Reed puts one up, didn't have any arch on it. Rebound by Liberty, 2-on-1 now. What's this? Kendall Gill making a statement.
Beautiful pass. But, you know, Reed went down, took a hurried shot, Gary. And then what did it do? It left him back alone defensively.
Well, the shot didn't have any arch at all. It was a flat shot. 46-21 in favor of Illinois. The trap on Ortonville, and the foul is going to go on Liberty, going for the steal.
I was lucky to draw that foul because they were in deep trouble in that trap.
Marcus Liberty has committed his second personal foul. Here's a guy so much thought of coming out of high school, Marcus Liberty. It took him a while to overcome that first year of ineligibility, and now the pros are starting to think in another year he'll be one of the top picks in the country.
He's really made a lot of improvement over last year. After sitting out as a Prop 48 his freshman year, he really got rusty. He didn't come back with the expectations that surrounded him last year, but this year he's really came a long way in living up to that high school billing that he had.
Skinner now has hit all 3 of his free throws. Reed will check in at the first opportunity. We have 46 seconds left in the half. So Reed comes in, Skinner checks in. Thus far, Illinois has handled the pressure very well. Once they get that inlet pass made, seemingly the pressure does not affect them at all. Now they get the trap on this time, however, as I speak. The first time they've done anything with the pressure, it's going to be Illinois basketball.
Well, they switched up their coverage right then. Looking Bill took the man under the basket. They've been leaving him open, but he goes down and stops him. Then it was too late for Gill to find the open man.
I think Gill was trying to get a timeout there, too. And it comes to Petty. So the last trip down the floor here in this first half.
Iowa's come back out in the man-to-man. It's very tough for them at their size, the defense, the quick man-to-man.
There's about a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Illinois spreads the floor. They're going to look for the drive or the back door.
13 seconds left in the half. Gill trying to shake Liddell Davis, and Davis fouled him. He was having a tough time fighting through the pick to stay with Gill, and then got off balance and made contact.
Gill is so quick. At first step, he just beat him back to the weak side with a good fake. Put that ball on the floor. He's got great quickness.
Liberty checks out, and coming into the ball game is Brooks Taylor, a freshman out of Chicago. Gill last year, you might recall, was out 12 games with a broken bone in his left foot, and they really missed him. Then he got it together down the stretch drive, and of course they made it to the Final Four. This year, second leading scorer in the Big Ten. He already has 16 for the afternoon, and he's 3 of 3 from the line.
Well, what's impressive about Gill, he's averaged a little better than 24 points his last 7 games. He's just really making a strong bid for those All-American honors.
A lot of people feel he and Gary Payton will be the All-American backcourt. 2 seconds, 1 second, Petty, and he's fouled. He is fouled by a wall with no time left on the clock. So Petty will be shooting 2 free throws as Illinois fouled him and committed his third.
Well, here's a look at it here. The steal, right there by Bowman. He gets into the air, but he finds Chaney going down court. And there's the foul right there.
The crowd is booing because the entire Iowa team has left the bench and gone into the dressing room. They're not even staying around to watch Petty shoot the 2 free throws.
Well, time has expired, so they're not needed out here for the rebound.
But the crowd doesn't need much to find a reason to boo today.
Well, I think you're right there, Gary. Just a little more of that intimidation.
Petty missed both of them, so we come to the halfway point. Lou Henson's team with a 48-23 halftime advantage. The Fighting Illini well on their way to their 20th win of the year. We'll return with more college basketball after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
They're holding it. They're holding it.
Hey, Ted, hold it. Hold it.
They're holding it. The guy over there on the far side's got it.
Now, what are we going to do coming back? Okay, no strategies or anything. Gotcha.
Okay. Iowa's opening man.
lead for 18th ranked Illinois. In that first half, the leading scorer was Kendall Gill with 17, and there's a blocking foul inside. Gill was 17. Iowa had 6 by Skinner and Bullard. And there's John McAfee, head football coach, athletic director at University of Illinois. And I'll tell you right now, if Jeff George, his quarterback, does not go to the NFL and stays next year for the Fighting Illini, you can look at his team as being as good as anybody in the country. They might be picked #1 in a lot of preseason polls. Ingram at the line, and Iowa continues to have trouble at the free throw line. Somebody pulls up with a jumper, and the rebound inside by Smith, and he is fouled by Ingram.
Illinois had a 3-on-2 off of a missed free throw, Gary. You don't see that very often, but that's the way they're playing this afternoon.
Joe, let's look at the strategies. First, let's look at Iowa, see what they accomplished or did not accomplish.
Well, you know, Gary, it's going to go all Illinois' way, and Iowa has not controlled their emotions. They've gotten rattled, even though they've not gotten foul trouble. With Earl was the only one with 3 fouls. They have not dominated inside like they need to. Illinois out-rebounding Iowa 23-16, gives them a big yes. And the press broken, they have not had any problems at all with Iowa's press.
Marcus Liberty in that first half had 9 of those rebounds. As cashing in on the free throws, Small, he now has his first 2 of the night, 2 for 2 at the free throw line. He has 6 points for the day. 53-25.
Iowa did a better job breaking the press right then as they kept the ball in more ball handlers' possession.
Bullard gets it inside to Jepsen. Nice drop step. The ball is batted away. They're going to spot the ball on Bardo. Bardo thought he got away with it. You can see him grinning. He thought he had pulled it off, but he was caught by the official and commits a personal foul, which is his second.
He spiked that ball, Gary, no question about it. But he was so keyed up and spiking it, he just came off down on Jepsen, just rained all over.
This guy has been the real anchor of this team, the mainstay. Jepsen. This is a guy who has moved up from the NBA star. Considered maybe the 3rd best center prospect, and many people feel he'll be taken in the first round of the NBA. He's 0 for 4, however, from the free throw line today.
I want to tell you, Gary, a lot of All-Americans, but I would want Schiffler from Purdue on my team to make ball. To this Illinois team.
30-point lead now for the Fighting Illini. Bullard running one-handed. And Jepsen comes up with it, working hard to Bullard. Les Jepsen hasn't quit this game. Bullard now with 8 points. He's a high-point man now for the Iowa Hawkeyes. 55-27. We've played almost 2 minutes now of the second half. Earlier today, if you joined us late, it was Purdue at home defeating Michigan 79-77. Jepsen rips it down. Elbows his way out of there. He and Gill get into it. But Jepsen and Gill were pushing each other. And the press is exploding.
There's where the contact started, Gary. Was on the rebound. And a little holding right here. And a push-off. The referee never catches all the action, unfortunately.
That is the 3rd foul on Gill, and this crowd didn't need much to get excited. They were excited coming in here, and now they're in a fever pitch.
Well, the referees play light of it. Sometimes they'll stop play and talk to the teams after a confrontation like that.
Ingram takes it up, and the foul is called on Urban Small.
The referees really want to be careful here and keep control of the game. They're going to be watching it close from here on out. The next few minutes, you'll see it called very close.
Well, you look back on that play, Jepsen was very aggressive with those elbows, and he came down. Well, then he and Small got into it, and then really, the official saw the last part of the whole thing, and that was Gill tangled up with Jepsen. And now Gill will come out. They're going to get him out of there after committing his 3rd foul.
That's a good move by Lou Henson to make sure that his star is not going to lose his head, and I don't think Gill will. He has experience. He's been through situations like this many times before.
Can you believe this guy, Ingram, is shooting 35% from the free throw line? 35%.
Gary, he's not a bad free throw shooter. He's a terrible free throw shooter. If I were coaching against Iowa, as long as they had Ingram in the game, I'd foul him every time down the floor.
Well, Jepsen's going to get 2 anyway. You just missed 2 free throws and let Jepsen get the rebound. That's all you got to do.
You got to block him off the board. Illinois didn't do a good job boxing out.
Kaufman now in the ball game. TJ Bowman will take it in. He's got the big guy there and has to kick it out. Bardo, nice pass.
Bowman went a dribble too far there as he tried to dribble right into Jepsen.
Bardo had 6 assists in that first half. Off balance, Jepsen comes away with it. Bodies hit the floor. Skinner saves it up to the wrong side. Liberty will take it in. 4-man back for Iowa. Boy, it's physical now. Traveling, called on Ingram. Let's go back to Jepsen, the guy who's played so hard, and the stop and the reaction after the 7-footer puts this one away.
Well, he is really working hard, and you can see on his face the satisfaction after getting that basket. And he's giving it everything he's got. And I think that's what the pros are going to like in him. He is a very cooperative, hard-working 7-footer. You don't always find that in kids his size.
Great word. I know Tom Davis said we knew he'd be a good player. We just didn't know when, and their belief in him really paid off. 3-pointer by P.J. Bowman, and now A.C. Earl brings it down.
I see a different Iowa team right now, Gary. They're playing much more enthusiasm.
Jepsen elbowing, early small, and committing a foul. That's 3 on the 7-footer.
Well, that was the Panthers' ball. He was trying to get the ball into Jepsen with the defensive man up on the high side in the passing lane. Jepsen had to keep the arm out to keep him getting the steal, and it caused him to hold.
So he's playing with 3 fouls. Kendall Gill on the bench with 3 for Illinois. With a nice spin move. Gets it off. AC really has a sense of timing, doesn't it, when it comes to blocking shots?
He really likes to play that inside defense and go for the block. He's got good long arms, good jumping ability, and he's going to be a good player for the Hawkeyes.
Had 43 blocks prior to today.
He's just a freshman, Gary.
Small will put one up. You're right, though. Iowa's coming in with a different intensity. First half, they looked like they were stoic, and now Rodell Davis hits a 3.
There's a different look on their face.
You wonder if the timeout might be coming for Illinois. There's a foul on Davis, reaching in on Kaufman.
And Gary, that's a result of the officials keeping control of this game. That was a light foul, to say the least. And the referees are going to call those times because they do not want this game to get out of hand.
You get the feeling Tom Davis had a man-to-man visit with his team, eye-to-eye ball, and evidently got his team, I guess, to get the wake-up call. They just didn't have it in that first half.
And a little bit of impatience on the part of Illinois right here. I think they were looking for the big kill, coming out and saying, boy, we're going to get that 50.
Liberty, nice spin move. A.C. Earl playing the defense. Out it comes. James Moses out of Carson, California. Nice pass. Baseline to Davis. The basket will count, and he is fouled. Boy, that was so fast by Moses.
Look at Moses right there. James Moses with that look-away pass. And he came out giving a little cheer for himself and the team. Just an excellent move right here as he spots Davis in underneath with a good look-away move to keep that passing lane open.
Rodell Davis has really helped this basketball team, battling back from a serious knee injury. He hits the free throw, gets the three-point play. He now has 7 for the afternoon. They've cut it back now to 20. 15:45 left to go.
Members of the Fighting Illini Pep Band, who are now standing to be recognized. Also,
25 has been cut to 20. Next Sunday, doubleheader day here on ABC. First live at 2 Eastern will close out the regular season with more exciting Big Ten action. Then at 4 Eastern, it's the final of the SEC Championship from Orlando. Kendall Gill is back in the game after leaving with 3 fouls earlier. Kaufman rebound. Trouble inside, gets a shot off the net. Tenacity.
Well, that was impossible for him to get the ball to the basket in right there. It's just like the Red Sea parting when he went up with that shot.
Wade Lookingbill is now checked in for Iowa. Rebell Davis lean-in shot. And a foul's going to go on Ingram. Ingram now committing the personal foul, his third.
Well, a real good move right here with a good pump fake is what opened it up for him. As he got the defense off of him with that pump fake and then took it right to the basket.
Both teams now getting a little bit of foul trouble. Iowa has 4 with 3. Illinois with 3 players with 3 fouls each. Gill, baseline, and they kick it back out to Kaufman. Good ball movement. Gill wide open. The big player, Kendall Gill.
Illinois really moved the ball well that time.
Lookingbill inside the basket with Kendall and Marcus Lardy. Nobody looking to know they're going to wave it off. They're going to give the foul to Lookingbill for charging. And Lookingbill looks around and just array, and the ball will look over to Illinois.
Well, Wade Lookingbill didn't complain too much. He gave a good shoulder to his defensive man on that charge.
60-35 in favor of Illinois. We've played 5 minutes now in the second half. Illinois' next game at Indiana. Rebound cleared by Moses inside. I'll tell you, Iowa's not giving them those second shots that they were getting in the first half.
Well, they're a little more scrappy this half.
Bullard can't hit that one. It's a tough shot. Good defense that time by Bardo. Bardo is a defensive stopper. He's going to take this all the way. The basket will not count, and it's a charging foul on Bardo. That's his third foul.
Well, Skinner saw that coming all the way down the floor. He was in the lane waiting for it before he got to the free throw line. Look at him right here. There's Bardo. He wants a basket, but no question, Skinner was there.
Boy, Skinner really paid for that one. He's still checking.
There it is right here. Skinner was just waiting for him in the lane.
So Gill, Small, Liberty, and Bardo each have 3 fouls, as do Jepsen, Davis, Earl, and Ingram for Iowa.
You know, those charging fouls are just from determination, just like Lookingbill down here a minute ago. Wanted that basket so bad.
Jepsen out of traffic, gets it to Moses. 3-pointer by Moses. He follows his own shot.
The best rebounder is the guy that shoots the ball. He can tell before anyone else where it's going.
Jepsen playing with emotion, hits 2 more. He has 8 for the day. Little trap in the backboard. Off it comes to Kaufman. Kaufman with a 3. He gets heated. He has 14 points. His high was 21 this year against Minnesota. Moses lost the ball. It'll be Illinois' ball.
The impatience was written all over that move as he tried to do too much off of the dribble.
They trap Bardo and almost come up with a steal. Lookingbill and a chance at coming up with it.
Good hands by Small.
Liberty into Small. And shoots it into the southern middle. What was it? Well, Henson said, he said, we didn't think Irvin Small would ever start for us, but he's got such a big heart, and there was part of it. They get it easy, too, by Lookingbill. This whole emotion centered around Deion Thomas, the guy they wanted playing for him, and Illinois could have used, and he's sitting on the bench. He's not practiced but only a couple of occasions. It's been awfully hard for him all year long to be sitting, and here he is staying in there as best he can, but he just doesn't want to be around the game right now when he can't play. And so Lou Henson recognized that, and he's awaiting the outcome of all of these allegations centered around this McDonald's All-American. Quite a player out of the Chicago area. Steal by Rebell Davis. 65-41, 12-50 left in the game. And Iowa's making it very respectable after they're in danger of just getting blown out of here.
Well, both teams are playing well right now, Gary. Iowa hasn't let up, but Illinois has picked their game back up.
Ball inside, and he is fouled by ACO. Little discussion going on as Earl committing a personal foul, and it'll be his fourth.
It's almost impossible to stop that guy once he gets the baseline, especially without fouling. He's got that baseline to protect the ball. He can just come down that baseline, protect it with his body, and go up strong for that shot.
Small has had to be the center for this team at 6'7". They haven't had the real size. They've had trouble with tall teams, but Small kind of does all the dirty work for this Illinois team.
I don't think they have trouble with anybody here playing the way they have this afternoon.
Earl will leave with his fourth foul. A.C. Earl coming out, and Nat Bullard checks in. 12.5 minutes to go, 67-41. Illinois may have thought they had this team on the ropes, but they're fighting back, and Rodell Davis hits a two. That is a two-pointer.
Some coach is going to come up with headphones someday for their players, Gary, to create hometown noise when they're on the road. Have canned cheering when they score.
Donovan, there's only two. There's a two. There's a three, and it is a three. And there's a drive to the basket coming, and a foul on Small. They take it to the hole. A foul called, and the basket waved off. Here's another one.
Well, this is really a close one, Gary. No question about it. No question about it. Davis goes in all the way and makes the charge.
Davis now. Davis with 4, Earl with 4 for Iowa.
Yeah, you know, it's just that eagerness to score is causing these charges. Iowa trying to catch up so hard, and their players are giving such great effort that they're just taking that ball to the basket without really thinking about it.
Again, the trap deployed by Iowa.
They can settle down and work for the good shot.
That's exactly what Coach Henson is probably saying right now. We've got a break. Illinois leads it 70-43.
You're going to show this, Kim? No. Is that Earl holler no? Yeah. Okay. And we're picking that up on the basket mic. All right, we're not going to be talking while it's going on. Okay.
That's A.C. Earl. He backs up what he says. No, you're not going to get that shot underway.
That was our Mike behind the basket picking up his, talking to the Illinois players, telling them no when they went to that basket.
Looking Bill, misses the shot, gets his own rebound, and fouled as he tries to take it up again, and that's going to be a foul on Liberty.
That's the thing to do in that lane. Take that ball up, draw the foul.
That's the 4th on Liberty. So 3 players in this game now with 4 fouls. Davis and Earl for Iowa. And now Marcus Liberty for the Fighting Illini. Looking Bill, an outstanding free throw shooter. Hitting 75%. Here's a guy who was vocally backing up what he had to say. 3 blocks today, 46 for the year.
Well, he's got the ability to back that goal up. He's a good jumper. He's got the long arms. He's got great anticipation on his shot blocking.
Got to get Liberty out of there at this 4th foul. A.C. Earl out of Moline, Illinois, redshirted a year ago. They said he was a team's clown for a while, but now he's got much more serious about the game. He's got more playing time. Davis comes in. Looking Bill will leave. 11:40 left in the game. 70-45 Illinois. They led by 25 at half. Their biggest lead was 30. Nice ball movement. Rodney Jones can't convert it. Jepsen's got it instead.
Jepsen says that Lawrence is impeccable. He talked to the referee and threw some boos in the crowd right there.
Running one-hander by Moses. Emily Davis has got it, and he is fouled by Rodney Jones.
You can see why Moses shoots a low percent, Gary. He hit a running one-hander earlier in the first half, but that was not a good shot that he put up right there.
Well, as you know, we're getting close to tournament time. The automatic bids already. Princeton is in. Coppin State, who won last night. Northeast Conference, Robert Morris. So those teams will be added to the field. March 11th is when the bids go out. Illinois obviously will be in it. There's some talk as many as 7 teams from the Big Ten could get in the tourney field. Davis now 3 of 4 from the free throw line and 12 points.
That would include Indiana and Ohio State from the Big Ten because 5 are automatic, Gary.
And Indiana winning, coming from behind yesterday. Bob Knight's team trailing by 13 to beat Wisconsin.
And I'm not sure that Randy Ayers wouldn't get my vote for Rookie Coach of the Year.
Oh, what a job. And they won yesterday against Northwestern. They go to Indiana this week.
Well, what a job so many coaches have done this year, Gary. Norm Stewart out in Missouri and Ron Williams at Kansas. They're 2-1 league. Go to the Southeastern Conference and Rick Pitino. I've seen what he's done in Kentucky, and it's been fantastic. And Billy Joe Eagles at Auburn has done a great job.
Kendall Gill, after getting all those points in the first half, been very quiet in the second half. Part of the reason he's been in foul trouble and had to sit down. 20 points for Gill in the game. He had 17 in the first half. Kaufman, nice drive. It'll count.
Well, they're talking about rookie coaches of the year. Now, Bill Wayne Houston down at Tennessee.
He's got 7 now. He's just making him a better coach.
He sure is.
And so A.C. Earl has fouled out of the game. Earl sits down after fouling Kaufman on the drive.
Well, he gave him great effort. A.C. Earl really gave in all he had to do.
So Matt Bullard will check back into the game. Kaufman. 19 points. Missed his first free throw of the afternoon. 72-47. And Bullard, he can shoot well from that range. Doesn't get this one. Kaufman brings it out of there. Keeps his balance. And the foul on the field. To this foul. That's the second on Matt Bullard. Every once in a while, you see some flashes of brilliance by this Illinois team.
Well, they're great athletes, no question about it. You're going to see some great plays from players like this. And here's the attempted dunk right there. And Bullard gets him on the wrist.
Rodney Jones is 69% free throw shooter. This is the guy that Lou Henson's had such a tough time getting to run the wind sprints, the gassers. He's last. And
Gary, we thought he was injured yesterday, but we watched him run the wind sprints. He was so far behind it that we asked Lou if he was injured. He said, no, he just doesn't run very fast.
But he said, you know how to get him motivated? He asked you. 73-47 as we approach 10 minutes to go in this game. Moses shoulders his way in. And he's going to end up with the ball being batted out of bounds. And it'll be Illinois basketball.
And again, it just wasn't a good shot.
Illinois 15-1. They've out-rebounded opponents.
very, very bad.
Foul trouble. Earl's already fouled out of the ball game. Davis with 4. You can see 4 for Liberty. And the rest of them with 3. Takes it in, and a blocking foul is called on Hoffman of Illinois.
Well, Moses got the free hand right now. The screen off the dribble. He's just taking it in, either putting it up or looking for someone inside. Maybe he's just putting it up.
Substitution now going to come in. We'll have a change. Tim Gill, number 3, the freshman out of Chicago, comes in. Sits down. Moses gets the roll. Moses is one of the better free throw shooters on this team. He's 1 of 3 today for 5 points.
Illinois will break it right off of this free throw line. Well, they made it so that Allen has a chance to set the press. They got Gill in the trap. He splits it.
Yes, he does. Very well at the moment. The Gears who just checked in. Blocked. Gears saves it in. Rodney Jones is fouled by Troy Skinner.
Foul against Iowa, number 11, Troy Skinner.
Well, this Iowa team started out so well. 7-0. Went out to Las Vegas, lost UNLV, then started losing players, in particular Ray Thompson and Bullard early in the year. The season, it's kind of just gotten out of the grasp of this man, Dr. Tom Davis, who had enjoyed the 3 most successful years in the history of Iowa, winning 77 games. They, by losing today, will go to 12-15. They will be 4-13 in the Big Ten. If they finish 8th, it'll be the lowest since 77 and 78 at Iowa. They're not used to that. They're not going to
Well, Gary, they really miss Ray Thompson. He was their basketball Haven Campbell.
Big time player.
He certainly was. He had a 22 points per game average when he went out the lineup.
9:12 to go. The ball out of bounds. Iowa. Gill rejects it.
Great defensive move by Gill. He can show you he can go both ways.
Moses keeps hammering away in there, doesn't he?
Moses taking everything to the basket.
Moses now with 8 points. 80-51. Nice pass. Gets it into Jay Webb, a freshman out of San Jose, and Webb hits one. His first 2 points. The trap again, Bowman breaks it. This year they sold over 16,000 tickets. Illinois games a sellout here today. They love their Illini. And there's a move on as he ducks inside.
Just a good move here by P.J. Bowman. As he sees Gill coming down as a trailer, the defense went with the man underneath on the other side, and Gill saw the opening cut right down the middle. You see that pass.
Ingram committing his strong sending Bowman to the line as Jepsen comes into the ball game.
Andy Kaufman, 34.
And now Gears will sit down. Moses is out.
Illinois really getting numbers against Iowa and breaking the press.
You'll have a pair.
P.J. Bowman, who's talking about going to medical school after he graduates. The transfer from Parkland College, which is right here in Champaign, where he's a junior college All-American. Really provided spark coming off the bench last year for Illinois, and now pressed into a starting role.
Well, he came in for Gill when he was injured last year. Did a great job.
8 minutes to go in the game. 84-53. Illinois. Odell Davis inside position. Bardo has it knocked away by his teammate, but Kaufman has it.
Davis has also really done a great job this second half. He's had 12 points.
Jepsen runs it down. It is physical. Reach in by Gill. Here they go. And Scott. Redraw the charge. Situation.
The only way that they can mess that one four up. One defensive man was to run over and then skip one big hit.
That is the fourth personal on Bardo.
The look away probably caused it, and he didn't see Reed setting up inside. That's a no-brainer when you go down 4-1.
What a critical game, a close game. Really, because Bardo's committed his fourth foul.
I think it's a point there. It's not a close game, and Bardo was trying to make a little more out of it than the simple play that it was.
So the 4-on-1 ends up sending Reed to the free throw line.
Reed getting some valuable experience. This freshman was an outstanding high school player. Averaged 40 points per game in high school.
Played for his dad, Ed. Bags, Wyoming, holds 21 school records there. Hopping with a rebound. He passes out to Smart. Jepsen, nice catch. He really catches the ball well for a big man. That's a better three-pointer. Tipped up by Moses. Tipped by Jepsen. Jepsen never quits. He's just relentless inside. And that's what the NBA scouts love about him.
And an assist from Moses, he kept it alive.
Moses is fouled by Matt Bullard. It's a run into the other number 30. Game rebound.
It's ripping goal, Leonard.
Reed has come out of the game now. He has to be certainly applauded for the charge, drawing the charge.
Coach Davis talking to him a little bit about his role in the press as he allowed the man to beat him there and get the numbers at the other end.
Kaufman hits his free throw. He'll tie his career high, which is 21 he had against Minnesota. This guy started the first 16 games. He had a grandfather, by the way, Robert, who was an Iowa. 6:56 left. 56. Kendall Gill now has scored 20 or more points 7 games in a row. I asked him why he's scoring more.
Probably the play of Stephen Bardo and P.J. Bowman. You know, they've brought their games up more offensively and that speeds me up a little bit more because earlier in the year I was getting double team, triple team, and facing defenses, and I mean that really bugs me. So that's probably why.
He's 9th in the scoring list here all time at Illinois, as you saw Bowman score a while ago, and then Troy Skinner hits the 3. Tries to reach in on Liberty. Liberty back in, playing with 4 fouls. Gill, Liberty, foul by Bullard. Well, they get in the open floor, and the creativity, it's fun to watch it.
Gill has the ability to move that ball around, Gary. And you can see how he's moving up in the all-time scorers here.
Woody Johnson now playing with the Phoenix Suns, the all-time leading scorer. Efren Winters, we had Weatherspoon earlier on a remember when play. Ken Norman, who's with the Clippers. Rich tradition here.
I notice when he goes in for his layup, he'll expose that ball to the big man, and then when the big man goes up the block, he'll move it on him, and oftentimes draws a foul on that move.
Marcus Liberty with that free throw is his first point of the second half. 91-59. Jepsen easy inside.
Well, what good isolation they had right then with Jepsen. They had no help on the weak side, and they did that by clearing out the floor behind him. That's the first time I've seen them do that today.
Moses reaching in on Liberty. You know, if Iowa had anybody that could keep them honest outside, this could be a pretty good basketball team because they've got the strength inside.
Talking about outside, what about the second half of Kaufman, number 34, Gary? He's had 12 points in this half. Andy Kaufman is 6'6" sophomore, and he's really coming into his own.
Number 3 years of
Gets a nice hand from the crowd.
21 points and ties his best at 21 early this year against Minnesota.
Well, he shoots it at 43.9 from the three-point range. Nice-looking young man, strong for just a sophomore, really coming along.
He had 918 free throws in high school. That's a national record.
He's got a good future.
Second career scorer in the history of Illinois. Bardo comes in, Illinois with a 93-61 lead. 6 minutes left in the game.
Marcus Liberty going out for a nice round of applause.
Here almost came up with a steal. Moses to Bullard, threw it away. Well, Moses really does get out of control, but you can see the potential. He's always moving, always seemingly doing the creative things, and if Tom Davis can harness some of that ability, you figure he can be a very fine player for Iowa.
Well, you just a step away from not making an easy play a hard play, Gary. And that pass, his idea was great, but he tried to make it off of the dribble with one hand.
The degree of difficulty certainly was there.
That increases.
And there's a reach in on Jay Webb coming from behind. This is a craziest game. There's been no offense. They just go up and down the floor and foul each other, beat each other up underneath the basket.
Scoring has come easy for Illinois. They've come down, they've hit the basket, and Iowa tried to play catch up. You're going to have that kind of game. Wow. It's tough to catch up on the road, Gary. Your press just not that effective. You get down, the home crowd gets fired up, and momentum just continues to build.
10 points now for PJ.
That's when Tom Davis goes down the bench and starts talking to the young players, Gary. He's building for the future.
Did you bring that up? I asked him about the rumor. Would he go to Virginia? He says, I'm happy where I'm at Iowa. I've never been contacted, and he wants to stay at Iowa. Here is Bowman. Lucky Bill with the rebound. For some time when Terry Holland leaves Virginia to become AD at Davidson, that Davis was a candidate. There's Webb inside. They like Jay Webb. They say he's the strongest player on the team out of San Jose. Archbishop Mitty High School. He has 4 points.
He reminds you a lot of ACL, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, it isn't pretty, folks, but it's interesting. Here's Skinner. And Skinner's now hit 2 from outside.
Well, he's left himself open. He doesn't have the quickness to get the open shot, but if you leave him open when he gets set, he's going to score.
Small is fouled. Foul is on Ingram. And for Ingram, that's his 5th foul. Last time that Iowa failed to win on the road in the conference was 68-69. And today will be their 10th straight.
He's an excellent passer off of the break, and he's beginning to hit. I think that three-pointer he has going to really help his game.
Yeah, that shooting slump has affected the rest of his game, but this guy can't raise his left hand much higher than his shoulder. He was born that way, and they have to learn what side to pass to him. Here is Jepsen.
State picture until Jepsen went up, and then here he came. Great help-out move by Grill.
4:48 left to the game as Jepsen hits both of them. 97-67. Small gets it into Bardo. We're back at Assembly Hall. Gary Bender, Joe B. Hall. 3:52 left in the game. It's all Illinois, leading 102-67. They have cleared the bench. Jepsen, the freshman who just checked in out of Bloomington, Illinois. Everybody's in the action here today.
I watched him warm up yesterday, Jerry, and he is an excellent outside shooter. He just needs to improve his quickness. And a great snowstorm. The referees didn't get here. And they had to go into the stands and get 3 guys to come down and referee. And Lou Hampton said he thought that if it was a close game, that was going to cost him the game because the Big Ten officials would be sure to protect him.
Well, what scared him is the officials were asking for your autograph before the game.
First time I ever had an official ask me for an autograph.
Did you win? Really played with great intensity, fighting every inch of the way, gets the follow at the 3-minute mark. It's 108-70.
He's really been aggressive inside.
38-point lead as Bardo is
out. Young man that is going to figure in strong in the Hawkeyes picture in the future years. Mother getting a good look at him there on television.
Bardo gets the second half of it. 39-point lead. They led by 25 at halftime. 2:45 left to the game. Skinner had that one partially blocked.
Skinner's been watching Moulton.
Liberty got a little bit of foul trouble. Will not reach 2 minutes. Producer has backed up. It's another free throw. Blues going to have a hard time finding anything not to be happy about today. Here is Brick Tubbs from outside, and he nails it.
And he is a shooter.
Yep, two-pointer. 110-72. There we go at the other end. Bardo sets up a three-point range.
Great job. Gill set him up for that shot.
You know, the biggest loss Iowa suffered this year was a 47-point loss to Indiana, and they're in danger of having that happen again here today. Tip up by Jones.
Good job by Tubbs there. Pass was deflected. He went right back and got it.
By the way, Illinois today is shooting 68% from three-point range. And now Moses hits one for another.
Do you think that Lou is going to adopt that as a weapon now?
You think he should? He's not big enough where he can take it inside. Sometimes his signature style. Think of a better way to end it, could you? It's been a day where you could win easily, and get a standing round of applause every time you leave the floor.
Well, there was a lot of excitement with this crowd today, and Illinois certainly had a great game.
Tip up and in by Webb. The next guy they got to get out of there is Kendall Gill, and what a round of applause he'll get if, in fact, they get him out of there. There he is with the ball. Boy, is he quick.
I'm going to check the roof when he comes back to it.
Jepsen tries to get one to Gill, but Skipper makes it. A minute 20 left in the game.
Jepsen was just too close to the basket there. He needs to back down about 20 feet. As he gets a 100% standing ovation.
Puts it in.
Number 22 for Illinois doesn't do anything because I don't know if he'll on my depth chart. But this man handles to us, Gary. To you, what a sacrifice they make, and it's great that they get in this last game.
114-83, 48 seconds left in the game. It's kicked out of bounds. They'll reset the shot clock. So we have 45 seconds on the shot clock, 46 seconds on the game clock. Lou Henson continues to look for somebody to send in.
So much backing, made them comfortable, and gave them confidence.
Here is Jeff Devine coming in. He's a 5'8 junior who's checking in. 5'8" coming in, and so I think that's everybody, isn't it?
That's it. There's no one else to come in unless they dress someone out.
Skinner at the free throw line makes it 118 to 84. 16 points for Troy Skinner. His high was 13, so this is a career high for Skinner today with now 17. 118-85, and it's over. The final, Illinois 118, Iowa 85. Lou Henson has won 20 games for the 8th straight time. Illinois with a commanding victory as they close out the home schedule. Yeah.